What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in again. Out here on a somewhat sunnier day than what it was before. We don't have any rain in the forecast today, so that is fantastic. The weather is optimal. We got 55, 54, 53, somewhere around in there degrees Fahrenheit. And yeah, the sun's out. The clouds are just, here and there. They're kind of hit and miss right now, and I do apologize. The wind is just doing whatever it is that it wants to do. It's frustrating, really, to be honest with you. Indiana is just such a up and down. It was literally snowing this morning at about 4:30 a.m. It was snowing, like blizzard type weather. And today, or right now, it's 54 degrees at 4:07 p.m. So only in this state can we go from sweatshirts and hoodies, or hooded sweatshirts, winter coats, pants, to shorts and a t-shirt. Some people may not want to go shorts and a t-shirt on 54, but in Indiana that's pretty much like summertime. So we're gonna go out there today and try and see if we can catch ourselves some bass. I got the old lews. Got the old lews Mach 2 handy. Put that in frame and focus. Check him out. This is 8-pound fire line. Definitely not what I want to have on here for a bass, but it'll work, it'll do. I'll make do with what I can. I'd rather have 10-pound and above. Really, most of my poles have 14-pound fire line, but this was the only fire line crystal I could get a hold of in the local Walmart. So I'm not a big fan of going and buying stuff from Walmart. I have a Booyah spinnerbait, which is in the colors of bluegill, I guess you would say. And we're going to give that a whirl and see how she goes. And as always, the Legend Outdoors coming at you. Alright guys, I'm going to give you a little pan of a shot here as to what the water looks like. Last time we were out here it was a little muddy, a little murky. Right now, if you can tell here, right now that water is looking, it's looking pretty clear. So hopefully I can get a couple of good shots here. So, sorry for the camera getting a little shaky there. Pre-spawn. I can tell right here in front of me, I've got a lot of rock coverage up here on the shoreline. And with those rocks being so close to us up here, we also have a couple of unseen structures that are in the water. There's a big log to my right, and we haven't been able really to see it in probably, I don't know, what do you think, man, like a week or so? I got a buddy fishing with me right now. We're both out here. He's got a chatterbait on. He's got a spinner on right now. I think you got white and silver. He's got the white and silver on, so really we pretty much got both colors, or the pre-spawn, there's the word I'm looking for, pre-spawn colors, which would be your early April. We're kind of getting into late April right now, mid-April I guess you could say. Today is the 19th, and I'm just gonna shut up and fish now. So we're seeing a lot more of the clarity of the water here. The water is just unbelievably clear. I'm gonna go ahead and try and situate the camera a little bit and move it so it's got its back against the wind instead of facing the wind and kind of facing the sun here. See if that helps a little bit with audio and video quality, but I make no promises. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and try and see if I can find a different spot. Right here just doesn't seem to be happening for me, so we're going to take a little walk around the pond. Got my guy Casey here getting ready to swap out a bait. I'm going to go with some of this white and wicked neon green. Looks like the color of your shirt, bro. Lews. Feel the difference. I just learned how to tie a really wicked fishing knot last night. Yeah. It's pretty much the same fishing knot, except just add one little extra loop to it that I've always used. I don't know if you guys can hear this wind, but it's just, I mean, look, it's blowing a camera in my hand. I'm holding it in my hand. It's just blowing like crazy. Alright, we're going to take a little venture over here where the water's a little calmer and the pond's a little bit calmer, so I'll take a look. Alright guys, taking a little walk here, trying to find, the water clarity has just changed dramatically since the last time that we've been here. There's just, and where we were fishing at before, it's a good spot, but I don't know what the deal is right now. So I'm gonna come over here into this little, not really like a little gully, but it kind of dips down a little further right here some, and it's not quite as windy. It's still pretty windy, but I'm gonna try and post up here and see how it goes. I'm gonna post up here and see how it goes and try and see if we can catch some fish. Keep at it. Now, as usual, I've got my tactical backpack. Right, that's just where I keep my reel, my rod and reel. It is literally just buckled right to my bag. It's pretty simple. Still throwing this little booyah. Willow blade. I hate Indiana blades. I hate them. I don't know why, but I just don't like them. Never have, probably never will. stepped in water and look what I'm wearing. You see that? I got the Crocs on, yo. I got them Crocs. Stepped in water. Right in it. Wearing socks and Crocs. Because that is the most redneck thing to do. Is wear socks and Crocs. That's how we do it around here. Also, check this guy out. Got a goose sitting over there. A goose. Let's get back at it, shall we? Focus on me, camera, on me. I'm gonna cut out of here for a minute. We'll be back. What's up, guys? I went ahead and swapped out my bait to this. Get over here. To this. It's a grass pig, I think is what it's called. And I got it on a Texas rig hook. Pretty much your most common hook or way to hook a plastic jig or worm or whatever it is that you're using. Or fishing today has kind of been a little strange. I kind of anticipated with it being so cold this morning and then warming up like it did that we would get real lucky and kind of miss, or not miss, but kind of hit on action. And today hasn't been very actiony. It's kind of been slow. You know, we got the pre-spawn sort of going on, I guess, maybe right now. And the hard part is trying to get these fish up and active because the weather has just been so cold. They're just so lethargic and just, they really don't want to work very hard for their food. I don't think. Don't quote me on that. I'm no bass pro or fishing pro for that matter. Let's try and get out of the sun here maybe a little bit. See how that goes. But that's kind of what we're working with right now. We don't I mean, you can't say you didn't try, I guess, really. This lure, this bait, not really this time of year bait, I guess. Grass pig, probably more or less like a summertime or a spawn time kind of thing. But I don't know, it's worth a shot. We're trying something different. The Booyah spinnerbait wasn't doing so good, and my buddy was casting out his chatterbait, and he swapped a couple different colors out. We had black and blue with like a little metallic flake. We also had a white and silver. We had a white and chartreuse, or like neon green basically is what I call it. And they just they don't want to hit right now. It's 5:05 now, and you know, what do? Keep fishing, right? Hopefully tomorrow will be a little bit more of a positive turnout. I might get lucky. I don't know if he's going to go out tomorrow. And then I have a fishing trip scheduled for this weekend, which will be up by Chain O Lakes, and maybe get lucky, maybe not. Maybe hit on them walleye, them muskie. I don't know. It's just gonna be fat guy in a kayak, basically, is probably all you're gonna see. But we'll try and make it fun, make it interesting. We'll see if we can catch some fish. I don't know if you can still hear it or not. I'm sure you can. This wind is just, it's crazy. The only way to have a nice day in Indiana, like I said, is to have 60, 70 degree weather and 30 or 40 mile an hour winds. So I'm just doing a little walk. I'm gonna take you guys to a little spot back this way. It's not really going to be any less windier, or not as windy, I guess. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, I don't know. It's right back here, and the only bad part about this right here is all I can do is kind of pitch my lure back in here, but at least the wind's a little more calm. I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's a little spot, a little pathway. Has this fallen tree right here. Go see if we can throw that grass pig down there, and I don't know, luck maybe. I think that's all it ever is just a little bit of luck, right? A little bit of luck and the right lure. I feel like I'm always battling my camera. Camera likes to shut off and save battery life. I don't know why I have it set like that, but probably so I can save battery life. Like I said, I kind of have to like flip it or pitch it, whatever you want to call it. In order to kind of get it out there, which I'm not very good at doing, but it's worth trying. I think I might put my spinnerbait back on. Alright guys, back up here on the windy side of everything. I'm going to just show you real quick how I tie up my stuff, how I tie my hooks, fishing lures, hooks, whatever, onto my line. I've got my grass pig to put away first. This is a Berkeley power bait. This particular grass pig, a bearded grass pig. See that? Fish bite and won't let go. But basically what we got going on here is fish don't want to bite. They're not too excited about 30 degrees and then 55 degrees. Alright, how do you get excited about that? Or snow, I should say. And then sun. If you got any suggestions, leave them in the comments below. I am new to YouTube for the most part, and some of you may or may not like the videos, but eventually the quality of them will start getting better, because as of right now I have to do a lot of editing on my cell phone because I do not have a laptop or a desktop computer to do any of the editing on. So it's kind of is what it is, you know. Kind of make do with what you got. Sometimes you got to do that. And I enjoy making these videos. If you have any suggestions to the videos that I do make, again, leave them in the comment section below. And maybe one day we will aspire to greatness. Now, yesterday when I was putting this in here, I noticed that some of my skirts, like right there, that skirt, dang it, got caught in one of the other. See, this is how this works in here. These kind of hang in these notches. Well, when I put mine away the other day, I realized that I had hooked part of the skirt into one of the other lures. And that kind of sucked, but it only ripped off a tiny little bit of it. How do you guys tie your fishing hooks? Leave a comment. Maybe the next time I go out fishing, I'll use one of your knots instead of mine. Okay, I'm going to hold the two lines together, and I'm just going to twist the bait around. And I give about, I don't know, 5-6 good twists. And I come through this little loop down here that's on the bait, or by the bait. And then I'm going to bring my tag in back through the other loop. And then cinch everything down. Nice and tight. I'll just snip my excess that I have here. There you go. Cut that excess out, and you're left with a nicely tied lure. Dangling in the wind. I'm gonna have to adjust my pole just a little bit, and hopefully I don't wind up getting a whole big old rat's nest in my line like I always seem to do. Alright, stay tuned. Alright, here we go. Well, guess what just happened? I'm sure most of you earlier in the video, if you've been watching this far into the video, heard me say that I had 8-pound test on my fishing pole. And I'll bet a handful of you out there was just a laughing and a laughing, but I digress. So you can only imagine what just happened. I just lost, not sure how much that spinner bait was. I think it was probably about $8. It was a white Booyah spinner bait, white and silver, and I just got it. Haven't casted it out probably more than a handful of times. So, what kind of idiot puts 8-pound test on his bass fishing pole? But as I stated earlier, it was the only Fireline crystal that I could obtain. Poundage wise, 8-pound was all I could get. So you can imagine what I'm doing right now. I'm feeding my 14-pound test Fireline into my fishing pole, because I'm not going to do that again. As I said, I digress. It happens. Should it have happened? No. Some of you are probably thinking, geez, how many years of fishing experience does this guy have? What kind of dummy does stuff like that? I know. Slick move. But, in all fairness, you know, at least I got a spool, or at least what was left of a spool with backup line. Not really backup, but just extra line I carry with me for just said reasons. Tie another one on. See if I can snap 14-pound test. And no, I didn't get it caught on a tree. I whipped it out there and it just snapped right off. So I'm gonna try real hard not let that get to me. I'm just gonna run to Walmart on my way home and stop and get another one. I shouldn't have to, but it is what it is. It happens. That's part of fishing sometimes. You win some, you lose some. You snag it on things, you break line. It happens. It's just, that was stupid error on my part for thinking I could fish with 8-pound test and throw a 3/4 or ½ ounce jig on and whip it out there like that. But you know, no use on dwelling on things that are negative like that, or things that are have a non-positive impact on you. Just worry about trying to catch fish. Worry about what you're doing. Don't let that little stuff kind of get to you. If you've been, you know, I've lost lures before, man, and it's one of those things that you just can't get upset about or get mad about. It was my fault that happened. So, you know, you just own up to it and you just keep going, keep plugging away. And I got another one, another spinnerbait on right now. It's one of the neon green and white, man. I don't call it chartreuse. I don't know why the hell people call it that, but it's green, neon green and white. We'll see how that goes. This is going to be my last little go at it. You know what I hate worse than losing a lure and putting my foot in the water? Getting skunked. Just can't get it connected today. Not sure why, but we just can't get it connected. Where are all the fish at? Huh? Where are they at? They ain't out here. Tell me. Tell me right now. One more spot and then I'm calling it a day. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that episode. I'm over here at Walmart right now trying to pick up where I left off from losing that lure. They currently do not have any Booyah spinnerbait lures that are the same color that I had. I ordered mine off of Amazon. I really don't like shopping at Walmart and I don't like buying their lures. But anyway, they did have a little bit of a selection of Strike King KVD. I'll try it out. It's pretty much the same color. It's a white and silver. We'll give it a whirl, see how it goes. I know Walmart doesn't really necessarily have some of the most top-notch quality lures and stuff like that, but I've always been a big Strike King fan. The KVDs, they look pretty solid. They got a little bit of a different skirt on them. Some of the things that I've ran into in the past with Strike Kings is the head of the lure, the paint will peel off real bad, and it's pretty much happened on every single Strike King that I've got, so it's just something that I kind of want to stray away from. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and again I encourage you to like the video, comment about the video, and share the video. Tell people about the YouTube channel if you liked it. If you don't like it, then sorry. Hope you find a channel that you do like. But I do encourage each and every one of you to go out and make a legendary adventure of your own, whether it be backpacking, camping, canoeing, kayaking, fishing, whatever. Just, you know, anything. Go out and enjoy time with your friends and your family. Thanks for tuning in to the Legend Outdoors, and we'll see you on the flip side, guys. Go out there and make every adventure a legendary adventure of your own.